to share that to the audience with you guys now. So you should be able to take a look at that. So this is a super cool brand, female founded. The founder had chronic disease and was traveling and fell in love with a lot of really cool organic ingredients. The brand is super affordable. The products are handmade and organic and no BS as usual. I'll really never be sharing any products that don't have ingredients that I believe in, and brands that I believe in. So super excited about this one. And I love their affordable price points. I think that's super important as well, to try to have accessible products and not always be like sharing things that are super expensive or anything like that. And that just feels more realistic to me. But this is a hydrating hair oil. I use a hydrator for my hair every single day, regardless of if I shower, if I shampoo, if I don't do anything. I wake up every single morning and I will use a hair oil. A little bit goes a long way. I typically use about 3 drops, and then I'll show you guys the texture. It's kind of like a milky yellow, just an oil. Doesn't really look anything too crazy. It smells lightly of vanilla, or actually it smells like, is it Sun Bum that has the sunscreen that smells amazing? Banana Boat. It smells a little bit like Banana Boat. It smells like vanilla-y, warmth, shea butter kind of mixture. So it smells super, super nice. I'll usually take 3 drops from the dropper and I'll rub it through my hands and then gently pull it down my hair. I've already put some in today because when I got out of the shower. And you can use it on wet or dry hair, totally depends on your preference. I typically will use it right after I get out of the shower, or if I'm not showering that day when I wake up in the morning, I'll do the exact same thing, run a little bit through my hair. Again, how much you use for hair products totally depends on your personal hair texture and thickness and length. So that's the kind of thing that you'll kind of just eyeball. So the products will last a little bit differently depending on your hair, your personal hair. But yeah, it's really easy to use and doesn't feel super greasy. The ingredients are amazing. So it has organic kernel oil, jojoba oil, avocado oil, olive oil, castor oil, shea butter, sesame oil, vitamin C, and a little bit of vanilla for that nice fragrance. So super, super clean ingredients, all things that you can pronounce. Nothing like weird or funky in there. It's truly just those core ingredients that are really helping keep your hair shiny and healthy. And even if let's say I already used it in the morning, this is something that I'll use if I'm like getting ready to go out. I'll put another drop between my hands and help kind of tame my frizzies. So you see, I mean, my hair's still drying right now, but my hair's a little frizzy. So if I was, going out or anything like that, it's really, really nice to kind of smooth down any flyaways that you have. I particularly like to use it for, again, those flyaways or frizzies, as well as the ends of my hair that do need just some extra TLC and moisture. Again, it kind of depends on your hair, but that's a really great way to use it. Another great way, if you are someone that uses hair tools, particularly like hot hair tools, I like to use it as a heat protectant. So I will, again, I don't use those kinds of tools often, mostly because I just don't really know how to use them. It's funny because I can do somewhat some fun makeup looks and, know a good amount about beauty. People assume that I know how to style my hair or something. But I think my skills really lie on the makeup side. And so for hair, I just want products that are super hydrating, really easy to use, and just really clear how to use them. So all of the products today align with that, which is just a really simple hair essentials to have. But anyway, how did I get here? The oil. Like I said, super easy to use, and you just kind of run it through your hair. It does work on color treated hair, permed hair, and semi-permed hair. So if you have any of those, it's a product that is still safe to use on your hair and won't create any damage for that. I would say because it is an oil, it's probably best for medium textured to coarse hair. If you have really, really thin hair that gets greasy easily, you're going to want to either just use a very, very little amount or just be careful so you don't add any of that like heaviness or greasiness. I typically like to avoid again, like my roots, anywhere that gets a little bit more greasy with an oil can be a little bit tricky unless you have really, really coarse or more damaged hair. I remember what I was saying. Yeah, I use it as a heat protectant. So when I am styling my hair, I will use another like 2 or 3 drops and do the exact same thing. I'll put it in between my hands, warm it up, and run it through my hair before I use my styling tools just to help protect it a little bit from the heat. And again, provide that extra moisture and shine to make sure that I'm not damaging my hair too much. You could also definitely use it afterwards. So if you want to style your hair first, if you're straightening your hair and then kind of want to go over any frizzies, that's a really great way to use it as well. And again, like really, really multi-use product. Wet hair, dry hair, you can use right out of the shower. That makes it just really, really easy to use. I also really love the smell. I know I already said that, but I can smell it now because I opened the bottle and it just smells amazing. But yeah, it's really, really easy to use and I really appreciate this brand. It smells like summer to me because of that like sunbum / banana boat smell. But yeah, this is a really, really awesome tool to have in your pantry. And like I said, I also really, really love products that are affordable for hair. There are a lot of really expensive hair products and, you know, it's so personal what works for you for different products. So finding ones that are dynamic as your hair changes are really great to have as well. This one would be TSA friendly. It is, I can't see on the label like the ounces exactly, but it's like the size of a more typical serum bottle, so you could definitely bring this with you. I also will say because the ingredients are blendable oils, you could definitely use this for other purposes as well. I'm not going to go as far to say as use it on your skin because everyone's skin is different, but you could definitely use this on your cuticles if you have a little bit of extra product on your hands. What I typically like to do after I use skincare products or something like this that's like a dynamic oil that could be used for other things is if I have any extra product in my hands, whether that's a serum or a nice oil like this or a moisturizer, I'll typically run it over the backs of my hands because the backs of your, and SPF, backs of your hands like don't get a ton of attention typically, and it's where you show signs of aging first from sun damage, just wear and tear. We're humans, we use our hands a lot. So if I have a little bit of extra product from this hair oil in my hands, I like to just kind of gently put it over the back of my hands to keep my skin they're just healthy and moisturized and super easy, you know, use for the product and make sure that nothing goes to waste. So definitely feel free to kind of play around with it and see what works for you. But in general, if you have any like extra skincare product or again, something like this, there's no reason not to kind of just put over your arms, put over the backs of your hands to help keep that area healthy as well. Awesome. So we just chatted through this hair serum that I love from Realm Concept Market. It's the 7 Layers of Heaven hair serum. Again, say it 10 times fast. It's definitely a mouthful. And then the other product we chatted about today so far is the Orlando Pita Play Satin Pillow Overnight Hair Mask. Also kind of a tongue twister. And both of these products are just really, really hydrating and wonderful for your hair and really, really easy to use. Both of them, there's tons of different ways to use them. This is something that I use as a daily product to just keep my hair shiny and hydrated and make sure it's not getting dried out too much. And this product, this overnight hair mask, I do use about once a week. And I don't typically use it overnight, but you can really use it for any time period that you want, whether that's 10 minutes to 24 hours. So both really, really amazing hair staples. For anyone who just joined us, wanted to give you a little bit of a recap. As always, please drop any questions or comments in the chat so that I can get to those for you and make sure we clarify anything you want to learn about. And if you fall in love with any of these products, which I really hope you do because I love them, You will get 15% off during the live and up to 30 minutes after. So if you do want to snag one, I highly recommend doing it by 7:30 p.m. PST, which is half an hour from when this ends, so that you can get that discount. All of the products today are super affordable, but who doesn't love a discount? So make sure to get that as well. Awesome. So now we're just going to hop into our last product for today, which I'm presenting